I got the most important tool today. I finally got a reasonably powerful little battery powered, what is this called? Dry vac. Because there is so much dust in this boat and stuff, and part of it's my own fault. Cleanliness is next to godliness, as they say. Let's do some power vacuum sucking stuff. Welcome back. We have a couple of big things in front of us. Our goal is to get the boat off the mooring ball. We got to get out there and actually test the boat and see if the throttle works, see if reverse works, make sure that the tiller and the rudder, are responsive. There's a couple of just basic boat motoring checklists that we have to work through in order to plan a trip to the haul out, which is, really our #1 priority right now. If the engine should die on us while we're on that trip, I mean, we could really, we'd have to call for a tow, and hope that we don't hit something really expensive or really dangerous before they get to us. We're in the port of Los Angeles. This is a working harbor. This is a working port. So this is not the place that you want to have your engine cut out on you unexpectedly. So one of our primary concerns was not knowing how old the diesel was in the primary fuel tank. One of the first things we wanted to do was to try to siphon out some of that old diesel into a yellow jerry can, just to get it out of there. So you can see there's a little bit of grime on the end of the tube, which, I would have expected. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot dirtier. All right, we're going to put some clean diesel or new diesel. I bought this diesel over at Alamitos Bay a couple weeks ago, and just so that I know I have at least, what is this, 3 gallons of clean diesel when we're testing the engine, and then we'll see what happens. It'd be nicer if this was an electric pump. Right now it's the middle of the summer, and getting a boat mechanic in the middle of the summer is tough. It's been, a handful of weeks since the last episode, and we've been waiting for the mechanic who helped us out when we did a survey on the sailboat we almost bought. We hit it off, and he agreed to come down to us in San Pedro, and we got him out here. We had to put him on the dinghy. I warned him about that. I was like, this is not an expensive operation, so you're gonna have to, kind of get on the dinghy and come out and hop on the boat. I explained the situation. Hey, be prepared to be underwhelmed by everything you see.
Fire her up?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. Give it a little gas. There you are. Starter is violent. It doesn't even smoke much, huh? Yes. That's good, just leave it there.
Yeah.
They built them honestly a lot better than most of these engines with the computers. They're just made to run well.
Let's pull an oil sample
just
so we know what's going on. So the alternator is producing power. It's just a little lower than what you had expected.
What I would do, this is just for your sake, before you take it out, maybe just get the alternator looked at. So just go ahead and yank it off.
Yeah.
There's this place called Wayne's Electric in Long Beach. They take the alternators and they'll rebuild them or rewind the coils and everything.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like you have to buy a new one or anything. They'll fix them. I have no reservations about this engine. It seems to be working perfectly. It's just an old engine,
Yeah.
2 thumbs up. Talk about feeling relief. That was pretty incredible. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting much worse news. Granted, he did point out some important things that we would have to address. The alternator wasn't putting out charge the way it was supposed to. There was a number of hoses that were looking pretty bad that we would have to deal with at some point. There was some
wiring that looks suspect that I should probably replace, that kind of stuff. Yeah, the diesel was also a big concern. That was actually the one thing he mentioned, was that before we really, head out and go down, and do the 7-mile trip to the haul out, we should consider putting in a temporary fuel tank that had clean diesel in it. The 2 fuel tanks we have, I assume, are both 50 years old. I don't know what kind of growth is in there. They're really difficult to get out of the lockers, on the transom of the boat. So I'm gonna have to tackle that, but I don't have the time to do it right now. So I'm opting to install a temporary fuel tank instead, and we'll do that.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that. That's the nicest looking thing here.
The cockpit looks like a garage sale, but yeah, you can see right down here at the bottom, like that bottom part of it matches the rest of the boat.
Yeah.
So that's what we're dealing with.
It was time to take the boat out, and I can't tell you how nervous I was. Funny story, I was trying to be all like, I over-engineered how we were gonna let ourselves off the mooring ball and tie up the dinghy so we could get the dinghy back afterwards, and I kind of made a mess of that. And while I was letting off the line from the mooring ball, I accidentally just untied the boat before I was even ready to go. I hadn't even turned on the engine yet, so we slowly started to drift backwards towards the marina. I hopped on the boat real quick. Thankfully, the boat started up, and we put it into gear, and we were able to slowly get out of our little mooring ball area.
That was stressful.
Yeah, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, my heart's pounding a little bit still.
You're doing it great though.
It's been really bad.
And the boat's doing good.
So we're just doing laps this morning. We're gonna go to Fish Harbor, turn around and come back, and then we're gonna go back to the ball and get back on it while there's no wind, so that we can practice that so we know what we're doing.
That sounds great.
We're out here, it's going.
Woo! Hey baby.
This is a heavy displacement boat. The minute you start moving forward, you can feel all that 15,000 pounds underneath you. The tiller is super responsive. It's really easy to turn once you actually have some forward momentum. We were super excited to actually get out and to just kind of basically do donuts in our little marina harbor area. We didn't want to go too far. We didn't want to risk getting caught out there and having something go wrong with the engine. I'm still super uptight about that. But we did do it, we got out, and it was super awesome. That's one more thing you can check off the list. Eagle-eyed viewers might have spotted this V8 bottle that's filled with water acting as a plug for the old chimney hole in the roof of the boat. I'm embarrassed I've waited this long to actually fix this, but I gotta fix this before we go to the boat shop. I mean, this is just, that's super embarrassing. So I bought these wooden circles, wooden rounds, if you will, on Amazon. So I bought a couple of those. I put some stain on them and some urethane, and just kind of putting some holes right in the middle of it. Basically, I'm creating like a little compression system. Got to get this old, I think it's Sikaflex or some kind of adhesive. So let's just get that scraped off and get the orbital sander put to it. All right, that's looking pretty good. Now I'm gonna hit it with a little acetone to clean it up, get all the extra dust and grit off of there before I put the top on. We're putting on butyl tape because it's not permanent. Got my finger, dude. And I might want to come back and redo this, but it should create a reasonable seal. This is not meant to be a permanent solution, but it should, I think, keep out any moisture that wants to get in. On there. Now let's go downstairs and tighten it up. No, I got the wrong size thing. Oh, come on. Oh, that sucks. Well, I wanted a wing nut to make this easy, but I guess I don't have one. Doesn't look too bad.
Feels pretty tight. I'm not putting any butyl tape on the bottom because if there is a leak and it comes through here, I want it to leak out so I know, so I can fix it. Pretty tight. Let's go upstairs and take a look at that, see how that looks. Yeah, that worked nice because you can see that the butyl tape is like squishing out. So we can just kind of roll it up on there. Probably just take this off right here. Get that extra out of there. You can see right over here there's a little bit. When the first rain comes, we'll see if this works. So there you go, fixing holes in boats.
So we still have a lot to do. So hopefully you'll come back next episode and hang out with us. My focus right now really is let me see what I can repair or fix or tune up or adjust that will give us a little bit more peace of mind as we go down to the haul out and haul this boat out for the first time. So hopefully we'll see you on the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, all the things. And if you can't do that, just wish us luck. Thanks for watching.